Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear students, I hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well. Welcome to our online platform of NIVS Home School. Here I am Muhammad Farooq Hussain, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School. Now I am going to conduct a Bangladesh and Global Studies class for the students of class 6. And our today's topic is Chapter 1, Lesson 3, 4 and 5. So let's come to the word. Chapter 1, Lesson 3, 4 and 5. The lesson is about human settlement and political history of Bangladesh. That means this lesson deals about how was the political condition of our country in the past and how was the human settlement of our country in the past. So let's go through what is written on the book. There had been human settlement in Bangladesh from primitive age. That means we had enriched human settlement from the primitive age. Some archaeological discoveries of recent times have proved it. That means it has proved by some archaeological discoveries of our country. Okay. Some areas of Sylhet, Chittagong, Kumilla districts are earliest land of Bangladesh. That means in Bangladesh these areas are the earliest land, primitive aged land. Some regions of Rajshahi, Bogula, Dinajpur, Tangail, Narsingdi are ancient as well. These areas are called ancient as well. Prehistoric weapons such as axe made of stone and burnt wood, chisel, point of arrow have been discovered at Rangamati and Sitakundo in Chattogram. Lalmai of Kumilla, Chungarhat of Hobigans, Wariboteshwar of Narsingdi. These areas are very much famous of the ancient evidences. Many people term the prehistoric period as a Stone Age. Dear students, if any question arises to you that what is a Stone Age, so by this line you can say what is a Stone Age. People in the Stone Age used to live in the forest as nomads. That means on that time people lived in the forest like nomads. What is nomads? Nomads means those people who has not any exact place to live in. They today if they stay in any place and in tomorrow they will stay in another place and the day after tomorrow they will turn into another place. That people are called nomads. The primitive age, in the primitive age these people has not such kind of exact home, so they were called nomads. They used to hunt birds and fish and collect foods to satisfy the demand of food. That means that people collected foods to satisfy their hunger. After the Stone Age, the evidence of whole living in the Copper Stone Age has been found at Wariboteshwar. That means the evidence of after Stone Age was found in Wariboteshwar. In many other parts in India, the evidence of human habitation has been found. That means it was found in different parts of India also. At some archaeological sites like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro in present Pakistan, at the Lethal and Caliban in India, instance of Hindus Harappa urban civilization have been discovered. That means these civilization are discovered here. Indus civilization 2700 BC to 17,000 BC, okay, has first urban civilization in India. So the Indus civilization is the first urban civilization in India. Okay, this is your most important MCQ. Okay, dear students. Now actually we go through the different dynasties. Okay, so at first we will come to here after the Muniti dynasty, many areas of the Indian subcontinent were ruled by the Shungo and Kushan king. This king ruled the area for a long time. In these regions of Bangladesh, some relics of burnt clay of Kushan era have been found, but no evidence of administrative development has been found yet. That means in this civilization in Chittagong, the evidence of the things which are made of clay were found, but it has not such kind of evidence of administrative. Okay. Then we will start from Shashanko. Then we will learn that who was Shashanko. The comprehensive history of our country is known from the Gupta dynasty. That means from the Gupta dynasty our comprehensive history is known to or came to life. The Gupta kings are mainly the rulers of northern part of Indian subcontinent. That means the Gupta ruled India on the northern part. The northern part of Bangladesh was under the Gupta rule in the province named Pondo Bardhan Bhukti. Pondo Bardhan Bhukti. Okay, it was named. Then we have to keep in mind that the present Bangladesh was not a single state in the ancient time. You know that our country's land area is not too much large. As a result, it was not a single state in the primitive age or in the ancient age. Okay, different regions of Bangladesh were known as Pundra Bardhan, Banga, Shamtata, Gaura, Barendra, Horikel, etc. Okay, that means some regions are found in our country and they are these areas. Towards the end of Gupta dynasty, the names of some of the kings of Bangladesh region are found. That means towards the Gupta dynasty, some names of the Bangladeshi kings were found. They are called or they are known as next Gupta. After the next Gupta rulers, the identity of the ruler named Shashanko came to known. Okay, that means after that the name of the king Shashanko came to life. He was the ruler of Gaura. He is called the first independent monarch of Gaura. Okay, this is important for your MCQ. Who is called the first independent monarch of Gaura. Okay, after his death, for about 100 years, no identification, no information regarding any permanent ruler in the ancient Bangladesh is found. That means after the death of Shashanko, for about 100 years, no information was found. In the absence of permanent ruler, a chaotic condition prevailed. Okay, a chaotic condition. That means there were a struggle between men. The small states got involved in dispute and battle among themselves. That means the small states has not any similarity between themselves. They involved themselves in a lot of quarrels. Okay. Then Pala dynasty that starts from 750 to 1161 AD. Okay. Pala dynasty was first long-lasting dynasty in Bangladesh. That means if any question arises to you that which dynasty is the first long-lasting dynasty in Bangladesh, the answer would be Pala dynasty. The founder of this dynasty, Gopal, ascended the throne, putting an end to the century-long disputes. That means, dear students, if any question arises to you that who was the founder of Pala dynasty, answer would be Gopal. Anarchy and chaos. Do you know what is anarchy and carnage means? Anarchy and carnage means a struggle, having a struggle, no similarities between people. Okay, no peace among themselves. This condition is called anarchy and carnage. It is said that the representative of the people selected Gopal. Okay, people selected Gopal as their king. Another opinion is that fraud lords put Gopal to state power. Okay, fraud lords set up Gopal as the power of state. Gopal, the founder of Pala dynasty, proved himself a competent ruler. Okay, that means he ruled the country very carefully. As a result, he proved him as a competent ruler. Dharmapal, Devpal was also famous rulers of this dynasty. Okay, that means in Pala dynasty, Dharmapal and Gopal were also famous. About 400 years of Pala dynasty, the then Bangladesh attained excellence in expansion of kingdom, politics, economics, architecture, art of painting, and other areas of fine arts. That means, dear students, these are the benefits of Pala dynasty. In the 400 years long Pala regime, many of the rulers proved themselves efficient and wise, but of them failed to do so. That means, in the region of Pala dynasty, many of them tried to prove themselves that I am the superior, but they just told that, but they had not proved so. During the reign of King Mohibal II, what? King Mohibal II, people of fishing community named Kaivarti made a successful monety under the leadership of Dibba and defeated Mohibal. Okay, the King Mohibal II was defeated, but the Kaivari region was short lasting. But the Kaivari region was short lasting because he also could not last long. With the help of cooperation of fraud lords, Ramapala brothers of Mohibal, Rampal, he was the brother of Mohibal. Then if any question arises to you, who was Ramapal? Then the answer will be who was the brother of Mohibal. Defeated and killed the Kaviara rulers Bhima in the first fighting in 1082 AD and restored the Pala region in Barandra region. Okay, that means he restored the region of Pala dynasty. Let's now come to page 6. During the Pala region in Samantata, mainly Kumilla and Bikrampur. This in Bengali it's called Shamatat and in English it's called Shamatata. That means Shamatata areas means mainly Kumilla and Bikrampur's area. Okay, Deva Chandra and Burma dynasty independently ruled their respective kingdoms. Okay, in the 17th century, that means from the year 601 to 699 years, the eminent Chinese monk Huan Tsang visited Shamatata and found 30 Buddhist monasteries. Okay, that means when the Chinese monk Huan Tsang visited Shamatat, he found 30 Buddhist monasteries. Atish Dipankar Srigan was the blessed child of Burgundians in Shamatata. In the 11th century, he went to Tibet and at the invitation of Tibetan king to prevent the degradation of Buddhism. Okay, this is all about Pala dynasty, and now we will discuss about Sena dynasty. That means Shen dynasty, the dynasty which belongs to the Shen kings of our country. Vijay Sen came to power during the reign of Madan Pala. Okay, the last feeble Pala ruler. Okay, the Sena ruler. Then if any question arises to you that when Vijay Sen came to power, okay, the Sena rulers came from Karnatia of South India to serve the army of the Pala rulers. It is said that Sena rulers set up administration in the entire Bangladesh and ruled for a long time. That means Sena rulers, Sena dynasty stayed for a long time. Among the Sena rulers, Vijay Sen and Bhallal Sen were from Saibia community. Okay? Lakhon Sen had fondness for the Vijayab community. The Sena rulers were caring about religious rituals. That means they were very much careful about their religion rituals. Okay? The Turkish hero Ikhtiaruddin Muhammad Bokhtiyar Khilji conquered Nadia from Lakhon Sen. That means who ascended Nodia after Lakhon Sen. The answer would be Ikhtiaruddin Muhammad bin Bokhtiyar Khilji. Okay? However, after Lakhon Sen, his two sons, Bishrab Sen and Keshav Sen, continued to rule some parts of Bangladesh from Bikrampur for some years. It's from 1205 to 1230 AD. Okay? And Bokhtiyar Khilji conquered Nodia resulted in the concept of Muslim region in Bangladesh, and within some days Muslim region spread all over Bangladesh. That means after the conqueration of Ikhtiaruddin Muhammad bin Bokhtiyar Khilji, the religious concept was spread to a great extent in our country, in Bangladesh. From Maurya era to Sen era, the history of Bangladesh has been termed as an ancient age. This is called the term of ancient age. And for the next Saturday, you have HW number 1, homework number 1, make 10 MCQ. Okay, you will just make it and you will answer it on your HW copy. Dear students, this this lesson is very much long, and I hope if you just go through the text, it would be very much easier for you. And do the HW. This is the end of this class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.